Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Josie with Awakened Soul, and we're here for a reading about the person on your mind and your connection to each other. I hope you're having a fabulous day or night, and I'm so glad you're joining in for today's reading. Our reading here today is going to be about the next time you speak to your specific person. So whether that's over the phone, through text, or in person, we're going to see how this conversation is going to go. I'm going to get us started with an energy check on you and on them to see where both of you will be at during this talk. And then after that, we'll dive into the tarot to see what's going to be said, what you're talking about, how it's going to go, so on and so forth. So I'm going to get started with you first, what your energy will be during this interaction. Okay, what will their energy be, the viewer? Let me get two out. There we go. Okay. So you're being represented with the snake and with the eagle. Hoo. Okay. You're going to be trying to figure out the truth about something. I'll just be so blunt with you guys. You're going to be trying to figure out the truth about something. I don't know if you've had people like whispering in your ear about your person, or if you saw something on social media that you think is a little bit sus, or if your gut is just telling you something's off with them. But what I'm seeing is that you are like in truth-seeking bloodhound mode, where you are creatively trying to pry the truth out of your person's hands, okay? Whatever that truth might be about, we'll see when we get to the tarot more than likely, but maybe you already know what I'm talking about right now. You could be suspicious of them about something. Maybe you feel like they've been dishonest with you. Whatever it is, you are like a bloodhound, and you're not necessarily going to be super direct with them and ask them up front. From what I can see, you're going to find creative ways to get this truth out of them. Like you might give them the run around a little bit. You might ask them more covert questions to get to the answer you're looking for. I don't necessarily think you're going to be very direct in seeking out this truth. Like, I don't think you're just going to straight up ask your person. I think you're going to ask them questions that lead to answers that lead to the answer you're looking for, if that makes sense. I'm very curious to see what's going to come up in the tarot, because this seems a little bit interesting to me. Let's check in on your person now. We'll see what their energy will be like during this conversation. They have the hyena. Okay. Ooh. Okay. And the whale. Back of the deck, I will note, is the deer. That's divine feminine energy from the earth element in this deck. So first off, your person's going to be emotional. They're going to be emotional during this conversation. And I feel like they're not even going to hide it very well. They might try to hide it a little bit, but it's going to be so obvious. It's possible this person's not going to be sober, okay? Or they're going to be giving off a very secretive, cynical type of energy, which could be why you're inquiring and you're wanting to seek out the truth, because maybe your person is acting sus. It might not be about something that already happened that you're inquiring about. It might be them in that moment. Like they might be acting sus or out of character, and you might be like trying to figure out why that's the case. Because you're like, okay, this is not normal, but I don't want to be direct and come across as like naggy or pushy or bossy. So you're going to like give them the runaround and go around the subject to try to figure out what's going on with them. We're going to get into the tarot in a second, you guys. Your person's going to be very emotional. That in and of itself might be what's throwing you off. Okay. And they may even be deflecting using humor. Like if your person is the type of person where they're sad or they're grieving or they're upset, but they use humor to like lighten the energy or lighten the mood, they might be in that type of mindset as well, especially if they deflect their pain through humor. Okay. Because like I said, your person's going to be emotional. I'm not seeing it all as like good emotions, like love, bubbliness, joy, happiness. In fact, I feel like they might be a little bit sad or down in the dumps. We have the Two of Swords. Okay. Talk to me about this conversation. what it's going to be about, how it's going to go. Let me set these down. We just had these two come out together, the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. This is Pisces and Aquarius energy, by the way, which are right next to each other on the chart too. I just realized it just hit me. So maybe this reading is finding you during that time of the year. Aquarius to Pisces season is roughly the end of January until close to the end of March, I believe. Yes? Okay. Anyway, we also have the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, I kind of know what this is about. We also have the Eight of Cups. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing for this conversation is that this person may have actually done something wrong or something that would bother you. And instead of facing that head on and being direct with you and talking about it like adults, they're going to try to avoid this conversation. They're going to play dumb. They're going to be, they're going to basically act like nothing has changed from what I can see here. But they might even come in and try to be romantic with you, to try to get in your good graces. Like they might bring you flowers or take you out on a date or something that feels romantic to you. Like this person is going to bring you some kind of a gesture that they feel like they know you will appreciate to try to get in your good graces or slide by whatever this sneakiness is. And I see you over here like unbothered. You're not fazed by it. You're not like, oh, thank you for the apology flowers, or oh, thank you for taking me out to this. You're not going to be very emotional at all. Your person is, you are not. You're going to be very composed. You're going to be very collected. You're going to hide your emotions very well during this conversation. And I think you're doing that intentionally because you're trying to figure out the truth and what's going on with them. You either have some kind of receipts or evidence of what this is, or your intuition is just really heightened and you feel like something's off and you're trying to figure out what that is. Because your person is acting out of character. They're overly emotional. They're being a little bit cynical. They're just not like their usual self. And so your person could have very well done something that would upset you. And they're trying to make up for that without having to call themselves out for whatever they did or didn't do, if that makes sense. And then, should you get to the bottom of whatever this is, let's just go with your person did do something that upsets you and you figure it out and you call them out on it, okay? Let's go with that scenario. They're going to give you like promises that they're going to change and work on things so that you don't walk away. So I don't know. I don't know your background with your person. I don't know the situation between the two of you. Of course, like cheating or infidelity comes to mind right away. So let's say, you know, this person did go and cheat or do something a little bit sus with another person you would take as a betrayal. It could be that maybe they're going to come back in and try to, get in your good graces again, you know, promise you that they're going to change, promise that it's never going to happen again, that type of routine, that song and dance. Today's readings have just been heavy for me, you guys. I don't know if I need to take a break or if something's going on with the collective, but I swear the last like 3 or 4 readings I have done today. And yes, by the way, I reset my energy every single time in between readings. I take good time doing it. I don't know. It's just been off in the collective today. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm not digging it. I'm not digging it. Personally, I think you deserve better than somebody who's going to betray you and then come back in and try to get in your good graces, especially if they do not have like a reckoning. If they don't come back in and confess to you themselves and, you know, show you evidence that they're going to change. If you have to like do the runaround and try to pry information from them, I don't like that energy at all. I think that's yucky. And you deserve better, but that's just me. You do you at the end of the day. I feel like you're already very powerful in your energy because you're like in a no BS, I'm not playing this game with you type of mode during this conversation anyway. But anywho, I'm going to read a couple of messages just for you now. It doesn't have to relate to the connection at all. This is to help you reset the focus and energy back on you again. You can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. And that is also very true. You can't force people to change. You can change yourself though, your boundaries, your life. Try something different. If the same thing keeps happening over and over and over again, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You got to change things up a little bit. Try something different. Okay. Speaking of different, today I make a difference. I guess they don't really relate at all, but anyway, today I will stay focused, work hard, and do my very best at everything I do. As always, I'm holding it up so you can affirm it with me and the collective below in the comments if you would like to. I'm going to pack this reading up. I wish you the very best. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more in the future. And I will see you in the next one, hopefully with better messages or happier messages. Bye for now, you guys.